Hi, I'm Brad Oaster, and today I want to talk to you about a little phrase that we use in the construction industry called due diligence. That's a fancy word for do your homework. A lot of times churches will go out and buy property without really investigating all the issues that that property might have when it comes to putting a new church facility on it. An example of this would be my friend Wally Webber. Back in, I guess it was about 1989, 1990, in that time frame. Pastor Weber called me. He just purchased 19 acres, beautiful piece of property. It was 9 acres of flat land covered by an apricot orchard, and then 10 acres that went up a hill. And he was so excited. I met him out there and we were looking at the property, and he was just visualizing the new worship center and the school and everything that you could do on that property. And when he told me what the property cost, I thought, boy, that seems odd because it was very inexpensive compared to other properties in the area. And unfortunately, they had already sold their old church. They'd taken the cash and paid cash for this property. So they closed escrow. It was a done deal. Pastor Weber and the church, they own this property. Well, they didn't do their homework. They didn't do the investigative analysis of the land prior to closing escrow. So what does it take to put a church on that piece of property? What I found out is nothing short of amazing in some ways and disastrous in others. The list of complications is rather extensive. I'll try and go through it quickly for you. The property was divided by a road called Piedmont Road. The city required the church to realign Piedmont Road at Calaveras Road so that it would intersect at a convenient place where the church would have to put in a four-way lit interchange. It would also cross over a 100-year floodplain, so the church had to build a bridge for the new road to go over. It went downhill from there. There was an old Spanish adobe on the property. This was built by the Spaniards who originally settled California. It was historic. You can't tear it down. You have to bring it up to code and make it handicapped accessible. You have to take the area for the floodplain and put in what's called erosion control or riprap. We had to line about a quarter mile of that. We had to bring up a new sewer line from Park Victoria Road. That was 1.5 miles away. And then when we realigned Piedmont Road, we're putting it closer to some existing homes, which means we have to put a sound wall in their backyard. The sound wall is going to trap heat in their backyard, and we can't have that. So now we have to air condition 12 homes. Things are getting really, really bad. This is horribly expensive to do. The reason the property was fairly flat for the 9 acres and then 10 acres that went uphill is because right where the land transitions from flat to hillside, that's the Calaveras earthquake fault line. That is the second most active fault line in California behind the San Andreas. You don't want to build anywhere near that thing. Every now and then it tends to go up and down and shake and move around. Not an easy place to build. Right now things are looking absolutely horrible. We went out and did a soils report where you do borings in the ground to find out what kind of soil you're building on. The first boring we did, we dug up a dead Indian. That's really, really bad. We had to call the archaeologists to come out. They performed numerous studies, did all sorts of research, and determined what the church had bought is a full-blown Indian burial ground. There were 2,000 dead Indians buried on that property over a 1,500-year period. I don't even know where to start with all the things that were wrong with this property. My recommendation was that to the church was give the property to the city of Milpitas as a gift. Count the millions of dollars you paid for it as just an education, and let's go find another piece of property we can actually develop. They couldn't do that with the congregation and everything. So they moved into a school. They were there for more than 10 years. We tackled one item after another until we were actually able to put a building on that property. We did a 17-unit residential subdivision in order to create lots and sell homes to generate money. We took 600,000 yards of cubic yards of dirt from the hill and built the pad up over all the Indians so that the deepest footing in the building is 6 feet higher than the shallowest grave. All of this to say, do your homework. When you get property, you have a period of time. It's called escrow. It can be 90 days, 120 days, whatever you negotiate. That's the time you want to find this out before you actually own it. If we can help you, give me a call. My name's Brad Oaster. You can reach me at 719-439-3019. And you can download ebooks on our website. There's a book there that will actually walk you through how to do the due diligence and then looking at everything that we've ever seen on property so that you know what you're getting into before you close escrow. Thank you.